Hi guys, I'm Laura Vitale, and on this episode of Laura in the Kitchen, I really don't even know what to call this recipe because it's just a really delicious, like spicy yet slightly sweet chicken that I put on the Blackstone, and then I just make pita sandwiches with it and drizzle some delicious lemon garlic tahini over the whole thing. It is fabulous. By the time this video goes live, I will come up with a title, don't you worry. But for now, let's tend to the chicken. Very easy, very simple. The ingredients, I feel like they're all the right things. This right here is an Aleppo pepper with honey, dehydrated Aleppo pepper with honey. You're probably not gonna find this in every grocery store, so all you're gonna do instead is use red pepper flakes and about a tablespoon or so of honey, and it's a replacement. But that's what I'm gonna use because it's what I have, because I have it. I'm also gonna do some dried thyme. This is some chicken bouillon, some cumin, garlic, onion, lots of salt, pepper, lemon, and fresh garlic that I'm gonna grate right in. This mixture is absolutely magical because that honey and the Aleppo pepper mixture gives the chicken a really beautiful coating, a really beautiful color when it's cooking on the grill. It's fantastic. I'm gonna be doing this on a Blackstone today, but you absolutely don't need to. You can do this in just a really hot skillet. Like a nice hot cast iron skillet, and boom, you are good to go. You don't want to use chicken, you can use tofu, you could use straight vegetables, you could use whatever you want. But for me, I'm a fan of the good old reliable chicken, preferably chicken thighs, but chicken breast does work really, really well here. Black pepper, I used the wrong pepper mill. What is wrong with me? A little salt, and you're gonna need olive oil, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grate some garlic. I've got a couple cloves of garlic here. I like it nice and pungent. I don't like to be too shy, but if you're gonna grate your garlic, which I tend to do for marinades and things like that, it tends to be a lot stronger than if you were to chop it. So definitely go scale back a little, even if you are a big garlic person, because you'd be surprised at how spicy and strong it can be once you grate it. I'm gonna do 2 cloves, and then I'm gonna give everything a really good stir. Get in here, give everything a really good stir. I wanna make sure it's all well combined. Typically what I like to do is I like to make like the marinade in the bottom of the bowl and then toss the chicken in, because you get a much more even coating that way without doing a lot of work. But living dangerously today, I didn't feel like getting a different bowl dirty. There, I said it. Judge me if you want. But guess what? Unless you want to come over and wash my dishes, I'm gonna get as few as possible dirty. Okay, this is looking fantastic. I'm gonna set this aside while I make my tahini sauce and while I preheat my grill. It doesn't need to go in the fridge because I just took the chicken out of the fridge. You can do this the night before, you could do it ahead of time, and cover it and keep it in the fridge. So I'm gonna set this aside, make my tahini sauce, and then you go on the Blackstone. Add some tahini to a bowl. Okay, tahini is just a puree or sort of a paste made from sesame seeds. So take some tahini. I'm gonna take a clove of garlic. When I made this last, instead of adding a clove of garlic, I added a spoonful of some thyme that I had on hand that I had made. I use Cosette's recipe. If you are on Instagram, just follow Cosette. She's Cosette's Kitchen, I believe. She's phenomenal. She does incredible recipes, and her thyme recipe is just the best. Okay, so to your sesame seed paste here, to your tahini, you're gonna add some garlic. You're gonna grate it right in. Something kind of crazy happens to tahini when you start to whisk it, especially when you add a little limone, and a pinch of salt. And I want you to watch closely because this is the part where people freak out and they're like, Mamma mia, Laura, what is going on? I do not understand. Look at it in here. Look what's happening. it's starting to seize, it's starting to get dry, and it's starting to get really, really thick and just definitely not drizzly anymore, right? Look at that. So this is the part where you start adding a little bit of water, just a little at a time, until this goes from thick and dry, which is actually going to look worse before it gets better, okay? It's going to look even drier before it starts to get better. But just hang with me. Let's have a bit of a conversation, because I often feel like when people get to this stage, they freak out and they start sending me messages, because if you've ever worked with tahini, then you know. See what's happening right now? You're thinking, oh, what are you doing to me? What is happening? This is terrible. That's not a good thought. And I know you're thinking that, but it is absolutely, completely normal. And it starts to go from that thick to a really gorgeous light gray, sort of cement color, and drizzly and fantastic. And it's typically, in my experience, has always been 1-to-1. So the amount of tahini that you use is how much water you're going to need to get it to a really lovely thin kind of like spoonful, that, you know, that drizzle consistency is about the same amount of water. But you can see it's starting to change. It's starting to do its magic. You just need a little bit of patience, that's all. And it is so fantastic, especially with this. The chicken has heat, but it's also a little sweet. We're gonna add it to some pita pockets with mint and cucumber and tomato and a little lettuce, and then you're gonna drizzle it with this really sharp, nutty, and here it is. We made it. I wanted to keep you here for the entire process, because I know it can be intimidating if you don't see something from start to finish that worries you, because you think, well, maybe she's got some sort of magic trick in the back. She's swapping it out with something, but she ain't. She ain't. It just takes a little patience, which, listen, we both know I don't have much patience. So if something doesn't work this magically, I don't want it. Look at that. That is delicious. Give it a taste. Oh, it's perfect. Absolutely perfect. So nutty, so delicious. Set it aside. Let's go in the black zone. Let's cook the chicken. All right, once you have your chicken on, kind of leave it alone in a single layer for like a minute or two, because then as you start to flip it, it's starting to develop some color, and you'll just get really beautiful, even color everywhere. And you can see, like right here, the honey in that seasoning is starting to caramelize and give you gorgeous, gorgeous color. This is gonna take probably, I would say, 5 to 7 minutes for the chicken to cook fully. And when it's done, we will assemble. We need just a little fresh mint. And as you can see, there's no shortage of mint in this garden. That'll do. Warm up some pitas. Keep them nice and fresh tasting, even though I did not make them myself. Just leaving them on the grill for just a minute or so per side really elevates things. Chicken's done. Make sure you please rinse your spatula if you're gonna go from raw to cooked chicken, because you know you don't want to cross-contaminate. Chicken's done, pita's warm, tahini's ready. Let's assemble. Got pita pockets ready. These are the ones that were already like halved from the grocery store. I like to do a little piece or two of some greens because I like the crunch. Do you know what I mean? A little chicken. Oh, they smell good too. A little chicken. I don't know about you, but an overstuffed pita, here for it. A little onion, a little tomato. I like to hit that tomato with a little bit of salt. I need a little mint action because it does make it better. It just does. And then that gorgeous, delicious, nutty, garlicky tahini. Oh, I wish I had a fork. I mean, I don't really need one. My mouth is salivating. It is so good. I probably have stuff all over me. That's fine. That sauce is so nutty. The chicken's spicy, yet also sweet. It just feels right. It just feels like the right thing to do. I really need to put a little bit more tahini right there. Like that. You know? And it's good. Mmm. 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 You need the recipe. It's on kitchen.com. On rotation all summer. No doubt about it. Hope you enjoyed spending time with me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.